Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. As you can see here, I've got lots of coffee dyed paper that we're going to make ephemera out of, and then you could decorate it Christmassy or not Christmassy, but these are just some bases ideas using coffee dyed paper. I just have a stack from doing Etsy labels. It's just the part I cut off, so they're not even or anything, but they work great for this kind of thing. So we're going to start with this pocket, and this pocket I saw on Gail Agostinelli's channel. She got the idea somewhere else. I don't remember where she got the idea, but anyhow, I got it from her, so I'm just going with that. The tag is just one piece of paper folded in half and glued together so that it's like two thicknesses of coffee dyed paper, and then this is just one piece of paper. So it doesn't really matter what size this is. I have basically a little more than half a sheet of coffee dyed paper here. It is 8.5 this way, but it's cut down to about, I don't know, almost 6 or so this side. That doesn't really matter. That's just gonna change the height of your pocket. So it's up to you what size you want this. Just think about what height you want your pocket, basically, is all that is. And then you're just gonna take and fold the sides in so that they, you know, will meet up. You know, you want it to overlap a little bit here, and that gives you the width of your pocket. And they might all be different, but if you're mass making, like, see, this one's just a tiny bit bigger than this one. It's just how much I folded it. So you can make it a whole lot skinnier if you go over more and make a skinny pocket. You know, that's totally up to you how much you want to do that. And then I think I'm going to take a book page and go along here just to strengthen this for you know, stuff going in and out and whatever. I'm going to actually tear this, and I'm just going to tear a strip. Is that going to be long enough? Yeah, but part of it's going to not have any writing on it. I guess it doesn't really matter. If you want writing on the whole thing, just make sure you get something with writing all the way across. I don't want this little divot out of it. That's all it really is to strengthen your pocket. It's not anything major. It's just nice where you have stuff going in and out for it to not be just the thickness of one sheet, because this is just copy paper. It's nothing fancy. And you could use any scrap or anything to put across here. Doesn't matter. You could even use another piece of coffee dyed paper or whatever. You're not going to see a whole lot of it, so it doesn't really matter. And just get it on there nice and as flat as possible. So how y'all doing today? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. Just getting some things done. And then what we're going to do is, I don't normally like to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and fold it. I should have folded the bottom part first, but that's okay. You just sometimes get a weird edge or a weird crease, you know what I mean? Okay. Then I'm going to take the bottom and fold it up. Try to get it straight, because otherwise your whole pocket will be crooked, which have done that several times. Nope, see, it's crooked. This side needs to come up a little bit more. It's always the interesting part. Generally, if you line it up with the edge, it will be straight, but that doesn't always even work. Let's put it on here and see if it's straight. Yeah, it's pretty straight. Okay. Then we're going to take, where did I put my scissors? And cut off the parts that we don't need, which is one of the flaps that folds over. You're cutting off this part here. And if you want to mass make a bunch of these pockets, You wouldn't even have to decorate them until you decide what journal they're going to be used for. But you could have a bunch of them made up, and then that way all you got to do is put something pretty on them and be done. And then you're cutting at an angle that way to give you your little flap that's going to hold this closed. I'm going to cut just a little bit more off of this because I feel like it's too close to the fold line. If that makes sense. Like that. Okay. And we're going to punch this with a thumb notch before I close it, because that's kind of the smart way to do it, which I normally don't remember, so I'm very proud of myself. Close my glue before it turns to concrete. And I like ink. If you don't like ink, you definitely don't have to ink it. And maybe you don't want to ink them until later, and that's fine too. Do whatever you want. Okay. And then I'm just going to do that. I want a little ink in there too, because I see that book page there peeking out, which I like. Did I ink? I guess I did ink both. It doesn't really matter then. Oh, I want it this way because that had the writing. So then what I do is whatever flaps inside, I go all the way to the edge on the top and put glue, and then I do the inside flap all the way at the edge. That way you're getting both of your edges down and you don't have to worry about them you know, there being a weird not glued area that needs to be glued. Okay, and then I'm just going to put glue here on my little flap. And then I have a pocket, just as easy as that. And then you could decorate it up however you want. And then the tag that goes on the inside is just another piece of coffee dyed paper, and you kind of want to try to sort of get it, obviously, so it will fit inside of your pocket, and that's always a good idea. I'm just going to go there. It can be a little smaller. It's fine. Otherwise, it's too edge to edge, you know? And then I just cut off that little bit of extra. And all these little strips and things that get cut off, you can use for stamping on or whatever. Whatever you like. Work. It's pretty straight. So yeah, you could stamp on that and use it for something. Words. And then I'm just going to glue that together. So it's double thickness, just gives you a little more strength on that pocket. And if you don't have a bunch of coffee dyed paper and you don't feel like making coffee dyed paper, because believe me, I understand that, you can use book page or just scrapbook paper. You know, you don't have to do these pockets just with coffee dyed. Use whatever paper you want. Okay. And I'm just going to make the little notches for the tag. And just like that, you got one done, all ready to decorate. So those are super simple. They're great. Thickness and everything. They're not super bulky. There aren't a whole bunch of things to it. So that goes in there. Maybe. And I like that it sticks up, but if you want it to be even with the pocket, you can definitely, you know, cut it down or whatever. I feel like it's stuck down here. There we go. Okay, so there's one. Just that one. And this one I did a bigger thumb notch. You know, you can do them all different ways, and then they seem all a bit different. So there's that. Now the next one we're going to do, this one's super simple. You're just going to take one of the pieces of coffee dyed paper. It's like half a sheet again, because that's what I'm starting with for all these. And you're just tri-folding it. So you basically just want to try to even them up as best you can. And that one I didn't get totally straight, but it's fine. And then you're just gonna see, this one's a little bit more equal size. So I'm gonna cut that on that side. And I don't worry about these as far as, I don't want to cut the fold though. I cut the fold. I need to do it with scissors, so I don't do that. Oh my word. Okay, we'll save that for something else. I'm sure I can make something out of it. Okay, let's try that again. Not that this is difficult to understand or anything, but actually I guess you would want to fold this one in, huh? And then that way they'll be even. Ish. Okay, and then you have it so it opens and opens. Right, and then you do your little corner notch, and you can use scissors if you don't have one of these doodads. Always helps if you get it in there. Figured out it's easier to look because then you can see exactly that it's in the right spot. Okay, so then that's just a little tri-fold tag that can go in a pocket. So it's super simple. Okay. Then the next one we're going to do is an envelope. Actually, maybe I'll do the envelope last because that's the one I think I'm going to decorate. So let's do this one. And this takes 2 sheets of paper. And all I did was on the one sheet, I tore a thinner piece about like that. And then I flipped it over and did it again, but this one I made a little bit wider. See how it comes out further. So, and you're just eyeballing it. It doesn't, there's no specific measurements or anything. And you can make it as exaggerated, or you could use a tear ruler if you wanted it just to be sort of straight. So see, then I've got that. And then this one was the next one, so I'm just going to even up that edge so that it meets that back spot back there. And that gives me that. And then I took the second sheet and I did tear it with a ruler, just a little bit bigger than this last one. You don't really want to go over 5.5 inches total because and I'm just going to go at 5 because it won't fit on your a standard 8.5 by 11 page folded in half. So this one is, yeah, 5. Okay. That way you don't have to worry about it not fitting on your journal page. So you can go this way if you want to make it skinnier and have pockets that way, or you can have it this way and have pockets that way. So it's totally up to you. And that one, this one's all inked, so I'm going to glue this one together instead of that one. But they're the same thing. So you don't have to watch me ink and ink and ink and ink. So I'm just taking this is the bottom, is the biggest. And I'm just going around 3 edges, not the torn edge side. And you could, if you wanted to, I mean, this could use a little extra strength, so it might look really cool to do some book page behind them and just leave a little bit of that showing to strengthen it. I'm just going to go with this now just to show you guys how to do it. Not that you probably can't figure it out, but and then the next biggest, and you can see this one's really thin, like it tore really thin. So that's where I would want to strengthen it normally. But like I said, just for video's sake, I'm gonna go with it. But I would, if I was gonna use this, I would put it on another piece of paper of some kind and tear it again, just so that it's thicker. And you can see I didn't totally line that up perfect, but that is the one thing with coffee dyed paper. They shrink, and it's like they're all different sizes, even though they may have started as the same size. It's kind of crazy. Just ripped that, but it's okay. So see, pocket, pocket, and pocket. So you could orient this either direction. Like I said, on your journal page, it would be fun going the other way too. It's just too wide this way. You'd have to make it narrower to get it to go that way on a page. Now the last one, you probably do want to kind of line it up as best you can, because it's a little silly. And then you can decorate that however you see fit. So, okay. And then our last one is an envelope. So you're just going to take a coffee dyed piece of paper. And I like to make my envelopes shorter. Like, I like the pocket to be shorter. That way whatever I put in there, like ephemera wise, you can see it more when you open the envelope. But you could fold this up higher and make your flap shorter. But I like to do it the other way around and do this part shorter, the pocket. And then that also gives you a bigger flap to decorate. So that's just personal preference. It doesn't have anything to do with anything else. And then I'm going to cut it at about 5 1/4, just to make sure if I do want to put it on a journal page at the bottom of the page, you know, like, so if this were a journal page and I want it at the bottom of the page and make it a pocket back here, and then when it flips up you got a pocket here, I could do that. Or I can just paper clip it on a page, or put the flap over and clip it on the page, however you want to do it. But if you make it 5 1/4 roughly, it will definitely fit on your 8.5 by 11 page folded in half. And I just round the corners because I like that look. And then you're going to get it straight for one thing. And then just, we need a thumb notch. That, and we're just going to put some glue on either side. You'll have a little pocket. It's just kind of fun to make them short like that, because then if you put a tag in, you can see more of the tag, you know, whatever. Or a cool old scripty letter or something like that, you know. And just see more of it. So that's that. And the one we're going to decorate is right here. You can see, did the same thing. Inked it all up already. So that's all done. And then I'm going to flip it over to the back. So this one, I would probably put paper clipped to a page, because I'm going to put a pocket on the back. So I obviously wouldn't want to put a pocket on the back and then glue it down, this side down to my journal page, because obviously that won't work. Okay, Captain Obvious. Oh, that's already inked. This needs ink. Thought I got the whole thing, but okay. And then I just have this is just one of those tags you get like with a paper pad or whatever. You guys have any fun plans for the weekend? gonna hang out with the kids. As far as I know, for me it's only Tuesday. My son's supposed to come, but that's only if weather is permitting. And then this, oh, we need to put a hole in it, which it's never quite as big as those holes, which is weird. I'm just gonna ink the back of that because it's white. You could coffee dye it too, but I didn't, so. These brushes work better to not give you the weird circular shape when you ink like that. So that would go in there. And then what do we want to put on the front? Don't know. We need some sort of, I feel like, a strip of something on there. I used a piece of lace that Kip sent me. That would be fun. I think. I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to go the other way, but I think the flowers are supposed to hang down. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to put the flowers up just because then, you know, I can glue them down real good. If that makes sense. Maybe it is supposed to go that way. I have no idea. But we're going to go with it. Let's just kind of cut that flower in half. Poor flower. Sorry, flower. That would be pretty on there. Gives you that sort of snow feeling, right? I don't have any specific journal in mind, so I'm just kind of winging it. Just make an ephemera. Because it'll all end up somewhere. Sometimes I just need to do that for a while. Sorry, I get really quiet when I'm concentrating. Yeah, don't know if we are actually going to get snow. They said we're gonna, so we'll see. That was extra, so I'm just going to do that, and then I will cut off what's left. Very nice. Okay, I like that, but it needs more. So what should we put on there? This would be cute inside. That's a little postcard from my black and white. Last year I did these strips of paper for stuff. They're still in my little bag here, so I could put a few of those on. Have any that are... You never have what you want, right? It seems. I think I want something else. Let's see. one of these. I had one out, I thought. Don't know. Because I took it out the other day, but I don't see it, so. I have kind of Christmas exploded, so it's that time of year. And I have everything everywhere. It's a disaster. I like a little bit of that coffee dye under there, but I just don't want the whole thing to be coffee dye. Oh, I could put it down here too. I don't feel like I want mushrooms on this one, but I wanted to see if I had other stuff in here. I have a tag. See, I could cut it down shorter and then also use that piece. I mean, obviously I will cut that out. Just trying to get an idea. Yeah, I think I might do that. I like that. And then I'll figure out what to do at the top. Let's see. A piece of lace stuck. Oh, brother. And then I also need a thumb notch in it. I do just sort of like where the pocket starts, or you know, the thumb notch starts, and then that gives me an idea. And I still don't usually do it perfect, but it gives me a starting point anyway. And now it's seeing those on there because the background's so dark. And that will work. I keep grabbing for the art glitter glue, but I really need the glue stick. Put my lace back over here. I have too many things going on. Sorry, I just shook you guys. Sliding everywhere. I forgot to ink this part. And you think it doesn't matter, but it does. Because later you'll be looking at it going, it's bugging me. Okay, so there's that. Let's get this cut down to the size we want. Yep, that works. Okay, so it's not tons of ephemera, I guess, but at least there's some base ideas for you to go with. Just looking for a scrap to put this on. Oh, has that got the pink? Yeah. And purple. What as if I don't have enough scraps? I don't know what else I want to put on that. Oh, somebody asked me about these the other day. I just thought of it because I was going to use it on here. If it's a glue eraser, yeah, it gets kind of like if you leave that schmutzy bit of glue on there, it'll kind of erase it. I mean, it's not always 100%, but compared to nothing, it's better. You can get them at the dollar store, or I think these ones I ordered on Amazon. So, yeah, they're pretty easy to find. They're not always at our dollar store. That's why I hesitate to say that, but I have seen them there before. That can go in there. That closes. That on the back. What are we going to put right here? That's up and down. I probably should have done this before I put the lace on it. That would have made more sense. Oh, I could cut out that poinsettia. Here, I'll cut that out and I'll be right back. Okay, best laid plans and all. This is way too big. So I cut out poinsettias and candle, and this is also from my black and white digital download. And then I took some book page, so I'm going to put down the book page. Don't you hate that when you're like, oh yeah, this will totally work, and then you cut it all out and it's like, nope, won't work. Yeesh. But we got it figured out, so it's good. It's all good. I'm just going to kind of put it sideways. And get some glue on this, and I think I'm going to put that right there, so I should probably put that down next. And these are the little doilies in my Etsy shop. They're cut out of white cardstock paper. It's not a super heavy cardstock, it's a lighter weight cardstock. But they are thicker than regular doilies, for sure. Mucho better. Okay, now we could put a word on there maybe. I've got a good one. I have cut out aren't the greatest for this. Well, this one wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I like that one. Alrighty, so there it is. Oh, and I added another little tag in there. That was another one, kind of like this one, already done and ready to go. But this is good because you can write on the front and you can write on the back. And then there's the front all ready to go. So that would just get paper clipped into your journal so that you could see both sides. Alright, so we have that one, and we have this pocket and tag, this style. That's the one I made with you guys right here. And then we have our triple tag, which those are always nice because you can just decorate the front, and then that's a lot of writing space. And then what was this one? Oh, this is the envelope again, just and the triple, and then this little guy that you could put something here, 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 and depending on how you hooked it on your page, it might be fun to have a top tuck on that one rather than another side thing. Or you can cut it down narrower and have it this direction. So anyways, just a few ideas for playing with either book page, coffee dyed paper, scrapbook paper, like a lighter weight scrapbook paper, or whatever kind of paper you want. All right, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you again Monday. Love ya. Bye.